children, let's continue our revision of chapter 13, sound. And let's revise about what is noise and music. Noise can be regarded as an unpleasant sound, isn't it? Noise is an unpleasant sound. It consists of sound waves with varied frequencies, which with no particular periodic pattern of repetition. And therefore, noise is regarded as a mixture of sound wave with irregular frequencies. So you should know about noise means which consists of sound waves with irregular frequencies, which doesn't follow any particular period of periodic pattern of repetition. Music, on the other hand, it is a pleasant sound that has a clear pitch, and musical sound can be created by arranging and combining different sounds in a particular order. The frequencies of musical sound are harmonious in nature. And then sources of noise pollution, from where do we get this noise pollution? Different noises. Some sources of noise pollution are major causes of noise pollution are sounds of vehicles, explosions including bursting of crackers, machines, loudspeakers, etc. Isn't it? And then sources of noise pollution at home level. At home, from where we are getting noise, television and transistor, radio, which are played at high volumes, and some kitchen appliances, coolers, air conditioners, etc. These are all produce some noise. So these are sources of noise pollution at home level. And then what are the ill effects of noise pollution? Harms of noise pollution. Presence of excessive noise in the surrounding, it leads to many health related problems, and it leads to lack of sleep. We will not get enough sleep. Lack of sleep, hypertension, that is high blood pressure, anxiety, and many more health disorders may be caused due to noise pollution. And a person who is exposed to a loud sound continuously, loud sound is nothing but we call that as noise continuously, he or she may get temporary or even permanent impairment of hearing. So it leads to hearing disorder also, permanent or temporary impairment of hearing. So this related to noise pollution. And now let's discuss about different possible questions from this chapter. First question: how do plants help in reducing noise pollution? So how do plants? We know that to control noise pollution, we have to plant more trees, isn't it? Plants should be there in our surroundings. So how do plants helps in reducing noise pollution? Plants, they absorb sound, and so it helps us in minimizing noise pollution. And then how can we control the sources of noise pollution? We can control noise pollution by designing and installing silencing devices in machines. So main source of noise pollution is sound from loud sound from machines, vehicles, etc. Isn't it? And in these machines and vehicles, we have to install a silencing device. In this way, we can control noise pollution. Then how can a hearing impaired child communicate? Hearing impaired child means the child cannot hear properly. So if the child cannot hear properly, he or she cannot speak also. How do they communicate? Hearing impaired child can communicate effectively by using sign language. And then next question: if the amplitude increases 3 times, how much will be the loudness increase? Isn't it? The loudness is related with square of amplitude. So if it is increases 3 times, then the amplitude increases 3 times, the loudness will increase by a factor of 9. Then which characteristic of a vibrating body determines loudness and pitch of the sound produced by it? So characteristic of vibrating body determines loudness and pitch of the sound produced by it. Question may this confuse, but what is the question is that loudness and pitch of a sound, it depends upon what? So the loudness of sound, it depends on amplitude, and or the amplitude determines the loudness of a sound, and frequency determines pitch of a sound, isn't it? So loudness is determined by amplitude and pitch is determined by frequency. Then what are vocal cords? What is their function? The larynx has a pair of membranes known as vocal cords stretched across their length. So what are vocal cords? Vocal cords are otherwise present in where? That voice box, isn't it? So voice box or larynx has a pair of membrane known as vocal cords, and which are stretched across their length. And what is their function? The vocal cords vibrate and produce sound. And next, give an example each of stringed instrument, percussive instrument, wind instrument, and striking instrument. Stringed instrument, you can tell violin, guitar, veena, sitar, etc. Then percussive instrument, drum, percussive, that thin membrane which is stretched over it, that is called percussive instrument, drum. And wind instrument, flute. Striking instrument, jal tarang, strike, which was striked by some stick with a striking instrument, jal tarang. So you can, any example can be given, you have to choose the correct option. Can sound travel through water? How do whales communicate underwater? Yes, sound can travel through water. Even you should know that sound can travel through any states of matter like solid, liquid, and gaseous state, isn't it? So sound can travel through water. How do whales communicate underwater? Since sound can travel through water, the whales can communicate with each other. So the propagation of sound through water helps the whales to communicate each other. Next, how is that you can hear a friend talking in another room without seeing him? So we cannot, in that case, how can you hear a friend talking in another room without seeing him? So in that case, sound can travel in all directions, isn't it? And all around corners. So light cannot travel around. So therefore, we can hear a friend talking in another room but cannot see him. Got it? In another room, that is another room which is partitioned by wall and all, but we cannot see him, but we can hear sound, because sound can travel in all direction and around. Next, list of sources of noise pollution in your surrounding. The same that already we have discussed now. The major sources of noise pollution are sound from vehicles, explosions, machines, loudspeakers, etc. What are the effects of noise pollution? It mainly affects health, like lack of sleep, hypertension, anxiety, etc. And if a person continuously exposed to noise pollution, it may leads to temporary or permanent deafness, hearing impairment, or you can tell deafness. How can the noise pollution be controlled in residential area? In residential area, how can we control noise pollution? The noisy operation must be conducted away from residential areas. Like noise producing industries should stay away from the residential areas. Use of automobiles, horns to be minimized, and TV and music system should play at a very low volumes. So in this way we can control noise from residential areas. What happens when we pluck the string of a sitar? When we pluck the string of a sitar, it vibrates and it produces sound, isn't it? And sound can be heard. Why is the voice of men and women, men, women and children different? Why do we have different voices? The voice of men, women and children are different because the length of vocal cords are different, isn't it? The length of vocal cords are different. The length of vocal cord is the longest in men and shortest in children. And in women, the length of vocal cord is shorter than men. Then children, length of vocal cord is shorter than men and women. So shortest in children and longest in men. So so the length of the vocal cord, it determines voice, isn't it? So the voice of men, women and children are different. In this case, you should know about the length of vocal cord. And how are we able to hear sound? How can we hear sound? It is due to that eardrum, isn't it? Eardrum is stretched like a rubber sheet, and the sound what we which enter in our ear, it makes the eardrum vibrate. Then eardrum sends vibration to the inner ear. Then from there it goes to brain, signal goes to brain, and then we can able to hear the sound. So in this way we can hear sound. Okay, children. So these are all common. This concept point you should know, because all the questions, all type of questions will be there. Answer in brief, give reason, everything. For that, answer will be given in the form of options. You have to go through all the options thoroughly, and then you have to choose whichever option is suitable for that question. So it is very important to go through all the options correctly. First option, if you read, you may think that it is correct, but you have to go through whatever options are given for that answer, because it may whichever option is very suitable for that question, you have to select. Then what sources in the home may lead to noise? This already we have discussed. Question may be different like this. What sources in the home may lead to noise? So what are the sources of noise pollution at home level? The same answer. That is television and transistors which are played at high volumes, some kitchen appliances, desert coolers, air conditioners, and these are all contribute to noise pollution. Then what is the difference between noise and music? Can music become noise sometimes? Yes, unpleasant sound are called noise, and or the sound which do not follow a particular pattern, periodic pattern, frequency, is called as noise. But music is a sound which produces pleasant, pleasing sensation, which follows a proper pattern, is called as music, isn't it? And can music becomes noise sometimes? Yes, if the music is played too loud, then it becomes noise. Give some suggestion by which we can keep our ears healthy. So hearing is due to, we know that for hearing, what is essential? Vibration is, for producing sound, what is essential? Vibration is essential, isn't it? So here in our ear, the eardrum, which is a stretched membrane, isn't it, like a rubber sheet which is present, because when the sound enters our ear, it makes the eardrum to vibrate, and then which enters into the inner ear, then from there it sends to signal to brain, and then we hear, isn't it? So in this way we hear sound. So how do we keep our ears healthy? So never insert any pointed object into the ear. It can damage the eardrum and make a person deaf. And the same way, never shout loudly in someone's ear. And we never hit anyone hard on their ear, isn't it? Nobody will slap on their ear, or nobody will shout loudly in the ear. Never insert any pointed object into the ear. This may affect the eardrum. If eardrum get punctured or it get affected, then that we cannot hear properly. So In this way we can keep our ears healthy. Next, what are ultrasounds? How are they helpful to useful to us? Sound having frequency higher than 20,000 hertz. 20,000 hertz can be written as this way also, 20 kilohertz or 20,000 hertz. Anyway, it can be mentioned, so you have to be very careful. In option, if it is given 20,000 hertz, it is also correct, isn't it? So sound having frequency, or it may be given this way also, 20 kilohertz. Sound waves having frequency more than 20,000 hertz or 20 kilohertz is known as ultrasound. And what is its use? It is used for detecting finer faults in metal sheets, and also for scanning and imaging the body for stones, tumor, as well as fetus scanning. For that, this ultrasound is essential, is useful for us. Uh, that's all for this session. Thank you.